Welcome to my channel, Living Your Best Life, and I'm Cindy Smaha. And today I am excited because I want to talk to you about living your best life. Are you really living your best life? And if you're not living your best life, I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks, ideas that I have had along the way that has helped me live my best life. So before we get into it, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell right next to it so you'll be notified of all my future uploads. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. That does help my channel to grow. And leave me a comment. Maybe there's another trick or technique that you use to live your best life. So let's get into this. Before we do, I want to give a little backstory on my situation and my current diagnosis. If you've been following my channel, then you know that I was diagnosed with stage 4 bile duct cancer last April in 2024. It's metastasized into the liver and now into the lungs, and it is stage 4. So I've had a lot of reevaluating, and I want to say even sort of reinventing myself along the way. So those that you haven't been watching my channel, now you get an insight on the reason why I want to have a video just to specifically talk about how to live your best life and live above your circumstances. And if you know me now. I love acrostics. And the first letter in our acrostic is A for acceptance. Trying to understand acceptance has been a journey for me, I think my whole life, because acceptance to me, the definition prior was that I had to like my circumstances. I had to be okay with what was going on. I had to just suck it up and buck up and just accept it the way it is, and this is reality, which is not true. Acceptance, and accepting something, it doesn't mean you like it. It doesn't mean you're having fun. Accepting something doesn't mean that is the best way to go. Acceptance is looking at your situation, realizing there's not a whole lot of control that is going to happen here, and that it is the way it is. You know, I love the saying, it is what it is. It is what it is. And acceptance for me has been key with that. In order to understand where I'm currently at, the situation, the circumstances, the limitations that I have, and accepting on that. And that's been quite a journey for me, which sets up the next letter in our acrostic, which is feel your feelings. And we are in a society now that's getting better with feeling our feelings and releasing those feelings in a healthy and productive way. And so what do I mean by feel your feelings around it? When you're at a circumstance or situation in your life that, like for me, I didn't choose it, I didn't want it, I didn't ask for it, wasn't even hereditary, so it's not even happens in the family, it just happened. And those feelings I had of just intense grief, of sadness over what I thought my life was going to be like. And I started my channel, I want to say almost 4 years ago, based off of that I thought I was going to be living for a long time. I just had a vascular surgery where they gave me a bypass from my abdominal aorta where I had 90% blockages in my abdominal aorta. So I realized after that surgery that I was going to live a long life, or thought I was going to live a long life. My family members, specifically the women on my mother's side of the family, have all died by 55. And I was approaching that and fearful that, oh my goodness, even though I had been eating healthy, exercising, taking great care of myself, seeing the doctor, I still had 90% blockages in my abdominal aorta. So after that situation, I decided I want to start my own YouTube channel, and I want to call it Living Your Best Life. and how you can live your best life above your circumstances, above the pain of this world, above situations and things that we don't like. And so that was the reason why I started my channel and called it Living Your Best Life. And I still feel like I am living my best life, and I am living the life that has been given to me. The prayer that really helps me with feeling my feelings and accepting is the Serenity Prayer. And if you've never heard the Serenity Prayer, I'll leave it in the comments. And it's anonymous who created it, but it says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, taking hardship as a pathway to peace, taking as Jesus did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will, so that I will be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. And that has so helped me. That prayer has so helped me release my feelings, feel my feelings in a healthy way, and talk about my circumstances. And what do we mean? People say, okay, release your feelings in a healthy way. Okay, it doesn't mean that I just say, oh gosh, I'm sad and I feel bad about it. That's a portion of it, but feeling my feelings for me has been is an activity to release my feelings. That is through crying, sometimes getting angry, sometimes punching a pillow, sometimes even getting loud. And I don't need to yell at people, and I don't do that towards people, but finding a safe person that you can share your feelings with helps you to release those feelings. Even though I may feel my feelings in the moment, releasing those feelings in a positive manner, again, an activity. And sometimes that activity can be exercise. For years, I did releasing my feelings through running. I ran 7 miles a day, every single day, and that was a time that I could pound the pavement, that I could just get that feeling out, get those feelings out. And sometimes I would cry while I'm running, and which was a little difficult. But those things can help you release your feelings. If you have a therapist, please go to therapy. That's what they're there for. Therapy doesn't mean that you're weak. Feeling your feelings doesn't mean you're weak and you're a baby or you're a crybaby. It means that you're human. It means you're human and you have feelings. So feel your feelings in a positive way with helpful people, not people that are going to shut you down. Because I've got friends, love them dearly, but they don't know what to do with feelings. They just go, oh, well, just say Jesus. Okay, yeah, that's good, and I need to do that, but I'm sharing my feelings with you. And I need a supportive person that maybe will let me cry on their shoulder, that maybe will give me positive thoughts in the midst of it, is that, that I am doing everything that I can, that I didn't cause this, I'm not being punished, this isn't my fault in it. So those kinds of things, I need a supportive person to be able to help walk me through those feelings. That's why a therapist, they're trained to do it, so they're helpful to do it. I have a really, really good friend that's an elder of the church that just does a phenomenal job with help guiding me through my feelings and then helping me release them and then be at peace with them. So I guess that's like the big takeaway I have of feeling your feelings, because it does for me, it gives me peace. The third letter in our acrostic is T, for take care of yourself. I noticed that in the midst of the circumstances, in the midst of the doctor's appointments, the diagnosis, the treatments, all that, I wasn't taking care of myself like I should have been. Now, again, this is my first time I've had cancer. I have no idea what to do, where to go, and how to take care of myself. But learning along the way that I do need frequent naps during the day. I do have to watch my energy level. I'll be honest with you, when I'm done filming this, I'm going to go take a nap because I need one. So, but allowing myself to take care of myself in a good and kind way. I had a sponsor years ago that when she said taking care of herself, sometimes it meant just buy some pretty nail polish. And that was taking care of herself. She used to take her hand and pet herself. Just pet herself on the hand, going, it's okay. It's okay. And I think that's what I have done, and I emulated that, is that trying to parent myself and take care of myself. Sleep when I need to sleep. Take the vitamins, because with the cancer and the cancer drugs, they just rip those vitamins and those nutrients out of your system. It's difficult for me to eat because I do have very poor appetite. Things just don't taste very good. So I have to rely on supplements, protein drinks, protein powders, and other foods that ease my stomach in order to eat. And I do take medication that will also help ease the nausea. So taking care of myself is key. And part of taking care of myself, and I like this part, is giving myself little facial treatments. Do little spa days. I like spa days where I have the face mask on, maybe the lip mask, maybe the under eye mask, on, and then steam my face. I've got a steamer. I can steam my face. And so I can do my feet. I can put those little feet peel things on, and put my hands in rubber gloves and Vaseline, do a little slugging, so those are some ways that I take care of myself. Meeting with people and enjoying their company is a way I take care of myself. That I am a very high society person. I mean, I should say I'm a very social person. I'm a very, very social person. So I love interaction. I love talking with people. I love just getting out there and being with people. That energizes me and my soul. And so that's part of taking care of myself that I do, is that I make sure that I plan at least one fun thing every week, or every 8 to 10 days that I can do with friends. And I'll be honest with you, when I started chemo last year, my first round of chemo, I so much enjoyed going to the infusion center. I know that sounds crazy. I know you're like, you got to be kidding me. But I really did enjoy it. The nurses there are funny. They get along, they tease each other, they tease me. It's just like a big family. And I just feel safe there. They provide a safe environment for me, even to cry, and they're very comforting. And so this time around, when I'm going through chemo again for the lung cancer, is that now I'm enjoying that social interaction. And I have a really, really wonderful good friend that goes with me. She takes me there. She spends all day with me. So she's there from 8 o'clock in the morning till 3 or 3:30 in the afternoon when I'm done with my infusion. And we laugh and we talk and we joke and we look at her phone, and we just have such a fun time. So I look forward to that. So taking care of yourself, being kind to yourself, even saying things that are kind to you. What we say about ourselves means a lot. I have a saying that says, what you believe will be how you behave. And if you believe in yourself that you are a good person, that you're a kind person, that you're loving towards yourself, you cut yourself some slack. You need a lot of slack. You ease up on yourself when it comes to mistakes. You don't hold yourself so hard to those deadlines, but give yourself some slack with it. That's going to be how you behave. And you're going to be more kind to yourself by behaving kind to yourself. I hope that makes sense. Comes to the next letter in our acrostic, which is encourage others. Now, I know you're thinking, okay, how is that living my best life? Isn't it supposed to be about me, living my best life, me? Living your best life, to me, the definition is enjoying the life that you've been given. Enjoying it in a way that honors you, that honors other people, that honors your lifestyle, your beliefs, Um, that is what I mean by living your best life. And by encouraging others, that helps get you out of the situation. Because I noticed that when I was stuck in the sea of me, that's what I call it, the sea of me, I'm drowning. When I'm stuck in the sea of me, oh, I got cancer, it's stage 4, it's possible terminal, oh, there's a poor outcome. Okay, well, yeah, it's all that and more, though. That's not going to help my situation if I stay stuck there. So I have to plan and be intentional about not talking about myself, but reaching out to other people and asking them, how are they doing? I know this was going on with you before. How are you doing with that? Do you need any help with that? Can I help you with that? What is it in my arsenal and within the range of taking care of myself? Can I help another person? And encouraging others, that will help get you outside of your circumstances. It's almost like you're flying 30,000 above your circumstances when you encourage others. It is for me, is that one, because I'm an encourager. I feel like it's like I like to encourage people. I like to let them know that they're loved, that they're cared about, that they're cherished. I love showering blessings on my mother-in-law. I just love her. I love showering her with blessings and fun things and little flowers and stuff like that. That makes me happy. So encouraging others will help you get outside of yourself and your circumstances so you can fly above it. So you can fly above your current circumstances. And it's not so much weighing on you. And now the last letter in our acrostic, as you can see, spells after. The last letter is R for reconcile yourself back to God. And I bring this up because, there's a saying, there's no atheists in foxholes. In my experience and how I am embracing my situation and my circumstances and accepting it is through the love and the reconciliation that I have with God. And that is specifically Jesus Christ, that I've accepted him as my Savior. And what that means is that I've accepted a God outside myself, a God of the universe that cares about me, a creator that has created this wonderful, beautiful, expansive, glorious earth, the heavens, the universe, all of that, but who cares deeply about me and my situation. When I gave my life to Christ, probably almost 30 years ago now, is that it was such a weight off of me to realize that all my sins, all my mistakes, all my stupid ideas, all the stupid things I've done, all my divorces have been forgiven. That has been cleaned, has swiped clean because of the sacrificial blood of Jesus Christ and his resurrection from the dead. And so I know that's probably a lot to take in the moment, but think about those things. Reconciling yourself back to God. What does that mean? What does that mean for you to reconcile yourself back to God? Where do you go with that? What do you do with that? Because it's true. I am not afraid of dying. I know where I'm going. I know that I've been forgiven, and so I have so much peace. I mean, I think I would be I think I'd be a basket case if I didn't have Jesus. I know I'd be a basket case if I didn't reconcile myself back to God. And that doesn't mean that God's going to put the hammer down on you, okay? You said you were wrong there, okay, fine, you're going to get punishment. What God says is I'm going to extend you grace. I'm going to extend you tons of grace. You come to me in a fashion that you want to reconcile yourself back to me, that you want to purge yourself of your sins, that you say, I'm sorry, and ask for forgiveness. That's the biggest thing. We don't want to. Pride gets in the way and says, I don't want to ask for forgiveness. I'm okay. I don't want to ask for forgiveness. That's baloney. We all need to lessen our pride down and say, yes, I made mistakes. I didn't make a lot of mistakes. What was helpful for me in reconciling myself back to God was also through the 12-step program, like the Serenity Prayer, which is a part of the 12-step program. That helped me to build my relationship with Christ, with God, reading His Word, understanding what it means to be a child of God, what it means to be saved by grace, not because of that I'm going to get punished. See, Christ took on all that pain and punishment for me. He was the sacrificial lamb so that I don't have to suffer. And what a wonderful thing that is. And that spurs me on to be a good person, to not have sin in my life, to not allow the flesh and the desires of this world to take me over. And that's been helpful for me in realizing what living your best life means. It doesn't mean that I have tons of money, which I don't. I'm on disability, so it's even less. I don't have a big, huge house. We live in an apartment. I have a 20-year-old car. Yes, I do. It's 20 years old. It runs. It's beautiful. I love it. I want to keep it. My husband has a 15-year-old car. So we live a lifestyle that's not, way out there. It's not, super rich. So my circumstances, my acceptance, my living my best life is based on relationship. And my relationship with God, my relationship with others, my relationship even with my disease. Because there is something with it now. That's part of me. It's part of the thing that's happening right now is my cancer diagnosis. That's a part of me. That's my disease. That's what's happening to me right now. And all of that fits into a form where, one, I can accept it. I can feel my feelings through it. I can take care of myself because of it. I can encourage others and get outside of myself. And I can be reconciled back to God so that the whole piece of the puzzle, the whole circle has been met. The whole circle has been met. So now that I'm back and that I'm at peace with God, I'm at peace with my circumstances, I can now live my best life. I can live my best life. So living your best life is living above your circumstances, not allowing your circumstances to rule your life. And that's what I mean, rule your life. Maybe you're in a situation where you don't know you can get out of it. Maybe it's an abusive partner. Maybe it's an abusive work. Maybe your job is abusive to you. Maybe it's difficult for you. What's been helpful for me is to pray about it. Pray, God, show me what I need to do. Show me how to make this different. Show me how to live my best life. What is it that I'm not doing that I should do? Or what is it I need to get my fingers out of and let God do and me not do? Yes, control. What is it that I need to accept and release into God's wisdom and let Him do? So that's the acrostic. It's after. And I liked it after would be after we find out whatever that after thing is now after. Now this is what we do after it. So I hope this was helpful for you. It's always helpful for me to put these down on paper and get this stuff out. And I just want to encourage you that wherever you are in your life, whatever you're doing, whatever circumstance that you have, is that I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're in pain. I'm sorry that you're hurting. I'm sorry that you don't feel like there's a way out, but there is a way out. And I'm praying and asking God to give you a way out, that you can live above your circumstances, live above your situation, and live your best life that you are meant to have. You're meant to have that best life. You're meant to have it. And you get to have it. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little work. And setting aside our own pride and ego, yep, sometimes that happens too, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it. So wherever you are in the world, I am sending you loads of love and hugs and kisses, and I will see you next week, Monday at 4. Have a great week. Bye-bye.